Hi, my name is Julie Anderson, and I don't usually introduce myself in the beginning of my YouTube videos because I was in multi-level marketing for 5 years. And of that 5 years, 3.5 years was me doing at least one live video every day where I followed a template. Hi, my name is Julie Anderson. Thank you so much for being here. It's so that, when you come out of something like that, I don't want to have any behavior like I did when I was in it until I find my way back to myself, or you know I just don't want to be part of the cult shit. So that's one of the reasons why I don't introduce myself. I'm going to introduce myself right now because every once in a while, I get people that are new coming across my content. Thank you for watching it and for checking in, and liking the videos, sharing them, commenting. I really appreciate it. And you might not know a little, who I am, why I'm doing this kind of thing. So I woke up from multi-level marketing. I woke up from the MLM adjacent coaching cult I was a part of as well, called Rank Makers, and it happened at the same time. And I was one of those people that decided I've got to tell the world. I felt an urgency that I needed to speak out, that if only people knew what was going on, everything would stop, right? So I've been out 2 years now, and every once in a while I'll do a reaction video to one of the videos that I made when I was deep in Monat and Rank Makers. And it's really cringe. And I found one that's good. I don't know. I haven't seen any ex Monat Hun react to a Monat video that they made, like, well, they're in full Hunbot bloom. I found a good one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it. But I found when it was from 2020. So I left in December 2021. That's when I really woke up. I had started to have questions. It took me about a year and a half, but as the veil started to lift, as the bricks started to remove themselves from my mind. But it wasn't until the end of December 2021 that I'm like, I got to get out of this thing. This is a cult. These are pyramid schemes. So I think it's funny. You might be watching this and we might be, friends now, and you're thinking, this was in 2020, Julie? You're like, I was still in. I think it's so weird when I come across somebody's video, maybe on YouTube or reading a comment. I'm like, oh my God, they made this video and I was completely oblivious. I was still deep in. So this is me. It's one of the daily live videos that I did, and it was in 2020. And the title of this video is shoot, it's called The Shocking, well, I'll just show you. This is so brutal. Okay, it's called The Shocking Truth About Stress and Hair Loss. Yes, I was selling Monat. I made a lot of videos giving hair tips. I'm telling you, I think I deserve something for being like courageous enough to walk full on into the cringe I'm going to be showing you. So I did make a video called The Shocking Truth About Stress and Hair Loss. The irony of me selling Monat, right? And so I also want you to keep in mind that I really love the products. When I first started using them in 2017, I was one of the people that had really good results. And that's why I got sucked in. That's why I decided to sell it. And over the years, I thought my hair was still doing good until it was like, my hair wasn't doing that good. Like I look back at videos now and I'm like, my hair wasn't doing good at all. And as I started to wake up, in 2021, I started to notice that my hair wasn't doing very well. So I don't know. At first, I had great results. I loved it. I swore by it. I thought, oh, it's growing my hair. When I left, I stopped using Monat. My hair is doing even better. Imagine that. So I think the rest is going to be kind of self-explanatory. I got to get through this. I hope you enjoy it and be gentle with me because I don't know very many people I don't know any ex-Monat Hun that's doing this. So I think that, yeah, so be gentle with me. Here we go. Hi, my name's Julie Anderson. Hi, my name is Julie Anderson. Thank you for being here. This is the shocking truth about stress and hair loss. So stress absolutely can make your hair fall out. And typically, so I've pulled this information from theatlantic.com. So can Monat. Monat can also make your hair fall out. So we were taught in rank makers to do this formula of making a live video on Facebook. It was, hi, my name is, and then you have to cite your sources. This is considered not plagiarizing. You can just say, well, I got this information from whatever, and I'm going to use that information to try to sell Monat to you. That's what's going on here. Oh my God. You can see how brainwashed I am. Look at that. Look at my eyes. It's those black dot eyes. If you've seen any of my other videos, I talk about the black dot eyes. This is so bad. Or it's Atlantic. Yeah, it's the Atlantic. So stress absolutely affects your hair, and it also can affect your follicle. So the follicle is where all the magic happens. That's what your hair actually grows from. So just like a tiny little bit of background so you can sort of understand this. So your hair is constantly like growing, and then it's hanging around, and then it falls out. That's the cycle of life. That's totally normal. That's the cycle of life, you guys. That's totally normal. What's not normal is if your hair, all of a sudden you go through something. So it could be like realizing you've been in a cult. You have a surgery, you have a really bad breakup, with somebody, you have rapid weight loss, something shocks your system. So it could be mental. It could be mental. I see John, I'm like, it could be mental. John says, maybe that's why I'm involved. John. Hey, John, grass doesn't grow on a playground. I've always wanted to say that on a live. Right on, past Julie. See, it's like you have your cult identity, but your real identity is still there at times. I can't even believe that. I'm just realizing too that I'm having stripes on. I picked the video, but I didn't realize that this is stripes. Yeah, I know. So it wasn't intentional. I was thinking of another sweater to wear. Oh, whatever. Anyway, grass doesn't grow on a playground, John. Donna says, and your mind, and haha. Jody's like, haha, no stress here. Love it. That's awesome. So, okay. So what happens is that when your body goes through some kind of traumatic, stressful period, what can happen is, see, I wasn't one of those Huns that could speak calmly and like look into the camera. I was one of the ones that got so jacked up, like I could barely speak. I'm that kind of Hun. Oh no. Oh. Your hair, it all goes into the resting phase at one time. Because your hair, there's hairs that are growing, there's hairs that are falling out. We all lose it's a huge range. It could be 50 to 150 hairs, 50 to 150 hairs a day. So that's a lot. John says, I'm mentical. I know, it's like amazing what pops out of the mouth during a live, right? Oh my God. You know why people don't react to their videos now? Can you imagine the cringe that is going on in my body right now? This is 3 years ago. There's people that I am friends with now that were speaking out against multi-level marketing when I was making this video. Oh, mentical. I'm mentical right now. So if your hair was all in the growing stage at once and then all in the falling out stage at once, like we would have periods of having absolutely no hair and then like little peach fuzz and then growing like this, right? But it's not. So there's all the hairs are all in their own individual little cycles. But when you go through something that's a real shock to your system, it could be a divorce. It could be like it could be a health scare, right? I mean, it actually could be you go through surgery. I know I was speaking with somebody last night. They've gone through. Oh no, this is I'm like hoping that I'm not going to be saying some kind of triggering, horrifying thing, which we're coached to do. But I'm doing this other thing that I was coached to do. All rank makers were coached to do when you make a live video. I was just talking with someone last night who went through this exact same thing, like coincidentally, mentally, it just happens to correspond with this story, that this topic of this video I'm doing. This is a tactic. So you can find it can be a reach. It can be a real example, but can also be like a reach of an example. We'll see if I remember what this one was about. Through like extensive surgery, right? Like back surgery, and this can happen. So it happens typically 3 months later, right? And then what it does is that stress, it forces your hair to go into that resting phase, like a lot of your hair. Like all I'm repeating is stuff that I was taught in Monat. So it never even occurred to me that I wasn't an expert. I can't even stop snorting, but it doesn't. So, if you had all your faculty, if I had all my faculties about me, there's no way in hell I would be telling people all this information about their hair. Before I joined Monat, I just would shampoo my hair, I would condition it, and sometimes I'd curl it. But when you're in a multi-level marketing company, they are giving you this information like we have all the answers. This is all you need to know. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to have a degree, because all you're doing is sharing. You're not selling. It goes along that avenue of reasoning. And I know it seems perplexing when you look at someone who's clearly not an expert and they're talking as though they are. But that is what we don't see that. We just see it as it's like, this is just, we don't see it that we have to be an expert, because it's sold that the average ordinary person can do this. And all you're doing is giving information given to you by the company that we would by that point where I was so smitten with the products, had no idea what a pyramid scheme was, had no education about cults, never mind commercial cults. It had never even occurred to me to like pause and reflect on the information I was giving out. This is the same thing with any company, like doTERRA Oils, Optavia, however you say that company's name. I think Monat versus Optavia could duke it out for the people that don't know how to pronounce their names of their companies. But this is still going on. People just talking about topics that they haven't been trained in. They're not experts of, but talking as though all you need to do is you read any kind of random article to bolster the information that the multi-level marketing company has given you. Oh my gosh. Up to 10 times the amount. Anne, my friend. Hello, Anne. How are you doing? I'm sending you super heart right now, Care Bear heart. So up to 10 times more hair than normal falls out all at the same time. That's stress. And what you might not know also is that Anne. Now I'm talking about Mentacle, and now I'm talking about Anne. It's also Anne will come in and like take out your hair, right? Anne says, moving house. Oh, wow. Anne, thank you for the hearts, even though I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. So that's true. I don't know if I can do this. I hate this. Is just, ugh. It's like halfway through this thing. This is so fucking cringe. Oh my God. I still have that tank top. I wear that tank top underneath. I wear layers when I go to work. I have my work clothes. I wear like a tank top, and then I wear a t-shirt, and then I wear a sweatshirt. And that's what I usually wear. And that's in my rotation. It's out of the, it's been demoted. Instead of like being the centerpiece, it's like the underpiece now. Mentacle. Grass doesn't grow on a playground. Now I'm getting distracted. All right. So, So also what stress can do, Brenny has dropped the broccoli, is that it can affect your, so you might, you might be like, what the fuck just happened there? So you need to know that at this time, I had begun starting to question things, and I had been on TikTok creating a lot of content, and I was going live on TikTok playing something called the emoji game. So I would go live and I wouldn't be doing this kind of shit. I'd be like, TikTok family. Like I would yell. I had so much fun doing this thing. I'd be like, drop a broccoli and or a unicorn emoji if you want to play the emoji game. So some people from TikTok would come over onto my Facebook lives. And so when I would recognize them, I'd be like, drop a broccoli. So it would be like really fast. Of course, it looks completely fucking insane now watching this. Somebody tuning into this, like, what is going on? That this is, keep in mind, this is one day in the 5 years I was in. And you wonder why people have to deprogram. Holy fuck. Your hair. You wonder why people have a hard time explaining what they've been through. This is one day, one video. This is just one video. This is like a 5-minute video. Never mind all the other shit I was doing all day, taking notes, attending trainings, watching other live video trainings, prospecting, creating content in my customer group, in my team group, following up with people. Oh my God. I'm exhausted just from this, and we're not even, how long in this? 3 minutes into this video. Follicle too. So even if, you start, things get back to normal, the passing of a loved one, the grieving process, no, starting to get over that. No, I did it. I dropped it. I did it. So this is something else. There are no trigger warnings when you're in multi-level marketing. And it's hard to speak about my experience in Rank Makers and Monat because it would be trigger warning every single video I do. There was so much of it. We exploit trauma. We emotionally manipulate people. We exploit our own trauma. We exploit others' traumas, abuses, encourage other people to share their deep, dark secrets. And that's considered being vulnerable. And that's going to explode your business because you're getting out of your comfort zone. So this is just, I'm like, oh, fuck. I was hoping I wouldn't go there, but I did. It can actually affect your follicle as well. So just keep that in mind. Stress absolutely does affect. Look at this. I keep repeating myself to it. I've been saying that word typically a lot. That was what and absolutely, we're taught in Rank Makers that LY words. I don't know whether it's an NLP thing, but they're supposed to be more impactful or persuasive, something like that. So I just did what I was told, I got a lot of positive feedback from my little Rank Makers cult for doing this, for behaving this kind of way, and then it's like the clapping and like the way I'm moving. It's all like, that's how we're taught to do it. It's so weird. And I keep saying follicle too. I'm like focused on the follicle. Your hair fall. It can happen. It's like women giving birth, postpartum hair loss. Sometimes it happens. Christ, Julie, please don't go in another direction. Oh my God. Quick. If it does, I'll put a trigger warning. Jesus, please don't. But it's the same. Who am I praying to? It's the same kind of thing. It's a lot of stress that can happen. And Jody, that's fantastic that you're like just doing so amazingly well. That's so awesome. But there's a lot of people who do experience this, and this is why I'm doing this video is for them. So if this is you and you're listening to this and you're like, holy crap, like I've actually experienced this, and what it feels like is that you're pulling out handfuls of hair. Angela, beautiful Angela. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you see why I don't want to react to my videos? You're like, this is fake as fuck. Yeah, it is. But I didn't believe I was being fake as fuck at the time. I was like really excited to see the people that I knew coming over from TikTok or that were fellow Rank Makers. And I was taught to interact with people during the live because to make them feel seen, make people feel special. And it's just so disjointed. Like, oh my God. It's so ineffective, This is so messed up. Who's like the supermodel of Facebook is amazing. Hello, Angela. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's doing well. I hope she is doing well. I haven't seen her. She was still selling I think she was selling Kangen or something. And then moved on to Zaya leggings or something. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you got out. Doing well. What it feels like is that you're pulling out handfuls of hair and it looks like that. So just keep similar to washing your hair with Monat. Fuck. Oh my God. Keep in mind that whatever has happened probably 3 months before. If you go to a trichologist, I think that's what it's called, Oftentimes they'll ask you what's happened 3 months ago, because it's that prevalent. It's just that serious, right? Where it's like there was a moment, and 3 months later, that's your body. That's how what happened. So just keep that in mind, that stress absolutely does it. So I'm here because what I do is I help people grow their hair. Straight up, that's what I'm here. So I had hair fall, I had hair loss, I had thinning hair, and this is what I do, right? So if you're at all interested in learning like exactly what I did to see, this is me giving value, right? You show up and you do this live video, and you're going to give these tips, and you're going to warn people that stress can do this, and it's like, I'm just here to help you. This is what I do. I'm not an expert. But I just believed in the products. Oh my God. Oh, almost done this video. Help me grow my hair. Feel free to send me a message. I'll give you the exact sort of protocol. I've got it here. I'll just send it off to you. It's totally free. There's no strings. You can just see, like, it's totally free. It's no strings. If you speak really quickly, you'll fool everybody. Like, you're not just trying to like launch yourself at them. Oh my God. Looking back at this now, it's so obvious. Look at that. It's no strings. Have you seen those posts on Facebook of people in different multi-level marketing companies? They use a lot of emojis. I used to use a lot of emojis too. Lots of emojis. And they say, just tune in to this Zoom call or watch this video. You know, there's no strings. I mean, when you have to say there's no strings. And I'm just setting it up like I'm doing you such a favor by you reaching out to me. There are strings. You're doing me a favor. I'm not doing you a favor, you know. Oh, yeah. Just look at it. Do with it as you want. Angela says, OMG, stop. I'm going to be pulling out my own hair soon, right? I know, right? Don't do that, Angela. Don't you dare do that. So yeah, feel free to share. And if you'd like exactly what I did to help me grow my hair, and what I do to help, you know, other people grow theirs, if you need it, feel free to send me a message and just ask for that. And I'd be happy to just copy and paste it, send it off to you. You have it right then. And we're taught, this is it. Like, this is so stupid. It was taught to keep holding the document up in your video, but be clear that they're not actually, there was a training on this in Rank Makers, that you have to make it clear that people aren't actually going to get the piece of paper, that you have to say, I'm going to copy and paste it and then just send it to you in a message or something like that. Like, I'm not even joking. I remember that training where it's like, no, people realize you're not sending them a piece of fucking paper. But I was doing all the things that I was supposed to do, you know? So busy doing it too. And this is a 5 and a half minute video. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, no. So that's it. And the love. I love you. That's what we were said. That's what we were encouraged to do. You know, we got through that. Oh, I don't even know what else to say. My name is Julie Anderson, and I'm an ex-Mon 8 hun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.